Today we have Macbeth, Act 1, Scene 6. We are going to follow King Duncan into Inverness, the castle of Macbeth, and let us see what awaits him there. We know that Macbeth has gone before the king. He has gone according to him in order to prepare the palace, to make it fit for King Duncan, and also to impart this happy news to his wife. But we know that both of them have started plotting. And here we see that King Duncan, along with his sons, Donalbain and Malcolm, have entered Inverness. Enter Duncan, Malcolm, Donalbain, Banquo, Lennox, Macduff, Ross, Angus, and attendants. So several thanes and attendants have entered along with King Duncan. Duncan, this castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses. So here we see irony. Duncan says that it is such a pleasant place. The very pleasantness of this castle, everything about it is beautiful. The air is fragrant and delicate. The gardens are so heavenly. Everything seems to be welcoming me. But you know that something very ghastly is waiting for Duncan. Banquo, this guest of summer, the temple haunting martlet, does approve by his loved mansionry that the heaven's breath smells wooingly here. No jade, phrase, buttress, nor coign of vantage, but this bird hath made his pendant bed and procreant cradle. So he says, Banquo says that in this huge castle, these ancient mansions, they would have all kind of figurines of carved figurines of angels and such on the roofs, and there would be projections. So these you have seen in the pictures of ancient Indian temples, or the English, here we could say a Scottish castle. There would be these towers and projections on which a bird may build his nest. And Banco here says that every single place this bird, the martin, it is also called the martlet or the martin, uh, this bird has built its nest and has used as a pendant bed and procreant cradle in order to have its family, its whole family is being raised there. So what does it signify? This is something very pleasant, something very beautiful. Shakespeare has used birds, that is like several kind of birds you will see throughout. Bird sounds of the owl, and here it is the martlet. It is also seen in Merchant of Venice. We have the martlet coming in to show the summer. Where they most breed and haunt, I have observed the air is delicate. So this place is very calm, and I have heard that wherever the martlet builds its nest, the air is sure to be delicate. The bird is able to understand whether this is such a, it's a very good place to build its nest and raise its young. So all this is irony, because we know the deep, murky waters that are running here. But on the surface, all is calm. Just like how Lady Macbeth has told Macbeth that on the outside we should be like the flower, but underneath it should be the serpent hiding. Duncan sees Lady Macbeth. Duncan, see, our honored hostess. The love that follows us sometimes is our trouble, which still we thank as love. So he says, oh, see, this is our Lady Macbeth, our hostess. She's come out to greet us. Sometimes this love that we get is, it's a difficult burden, and yet we are grateful that it is love. So here we need to think of so many thoughts coming here. That is, if all human beings, we do everything for the sake of love, and love follows us as a guest, as a family member. Love constantly follows us, and sometimes this very love is a burden. It makes us meet so many expectations. It makes us, act and react and constantly, we are living with other human beings and we need to answer to this love. Yet, at the same time, we are grateful, for it is this very love that stops us from being isolated. Now, take it in the case of a king. Here, this is taking us back to a period where a king was the ruler by the divine law. The king is decreed by God Himself. There is something divine about royalty in those times. So, this is to show us doubly that a murder or a thought of doing something wrong to a royal, to a king, it was at that time considered something as evil as doing something wrong towards God Himself. So, here he says that this love, I'm grateful for it. Herein I teach you how you shall bid God yield us for your pains and thank us for your trouble. So, this is a lesson for everyone around me, this love of yours. And you must, as you pray to God for me, that very yield, that very reward, yield here means reward. It is in my power to reward you. And that is, it is a cycle. As his subjects show him love and duty, so will the king reward them. Lady Macbeth, all our service in every point twice done and then done double, were poor and single business to contend against those honors deep and broad wherewith your majesty loads our house. So each and everything that we have done, all the service, whether it is Macbeth going into the war to fight against your enemies, or we are preparing the castle for you, everything, even if it is done doubly and yet again, once again, even then it will not suffice. It will not stand, it will not be on the same level as what you have done to us. Of all the honors you have conferred on me, my husband, and our castle, your majesty loads our house. How does he load their house? He has given them the title, Thane of Cawdor. So he is giving them, all these titles and riches. For those of old and the late dignities heaped up to them, we rest your hermits. So you have been giving us all along and you are continuing to give us. For that, we will remain your hermits. Hermit is somebody who is always deep in meditation. So she literally says that we are praying for you. We are always your devotees, constantly praying for your success. So here we see that there is a lot of flattery, and she is talking in such a manner as to make him trust her and her husband. Duncan, where's the Thane of Cawdor? We cursed him at the heels and had a purpose to be his purveyor, but he rides well. Where is the Thane of Cawdor? Where is the good Macbeth? I wanted to come before him. To be his purveyor is a person who would reach before him. And we tried our best to reach before him. But he is outrun us. He has been so swift. Again and again there is praise for Macbeth. And his great love, sharp as his spur, hath helped him to his home before us. So the spur is something, it is a steel object which is used by the rider in order to kick the horse to go further, faster. So here the spur for Macbeth is his love for Duncan. Duncan says that the love for his king has made this Thane go so swiftly. He does not want to lose a moment in coming to prepare this castle for me. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight. He who has come to his home before us. Now, my fair hostess, I have come to spend the night here. This is very dangerous. And Shakespeare is showing us again, we are getting a glimpse into Duncan's character. How naive is this king that he is, he is unable to read the face, he's unable to read the aspect of his hostess, who is very cunning, very sharp, and very cunning. So his naiveness and his, extreme innocence can be seen here. Lady Macbeth, your servants ever have theirs themselves, and what is theirs in com to make their audit at your highness' pleasure, still to return to your own. Whatever is ours is yours. This castle, these riches, this name, this fame, everything that you have given to us is just for our keeping. We are only the keepers of your riches. You have handed it to us and we are just safeguarding it. At any moment, we will return it to you. So much is she praising him and showing herself as a very lowly, humble, royal, loyal servant. Duncan, give me your hand, conduct me to mine host. We'll love him highly, and shall continue our graces towards him. By your leave, hostess. Now give me your hand, lead me to your husband, my pain. Let me go and thank him in person. He is most beloved to me, and I will be your guest tonight. So here the next scene we see is going, this is a foreshadowing of what is going to happen. Duncan has crossed the threshold. Is there any escape for him anymore? He is completely in the hands of these two, conspirators. These two partners in crime have him at their mercy. Thank you.